Hello, you beautiful earth babies. All right, so let's see what our weekly energy is for this week, right? I am going to pull 3 of our cards off of my big deck. I have been doing a lot of energy work with these cards, and so I will pick the first 3 energies to start off our story for this week for the Taurus babies. So first off, we're going to start out with the Page of Swords. This week is all about coming out mentally prepared and speaking our truth, right? We have our swords up. It's about mentally preparing ourselves this week for coming out in that open heart chakra, right? Making these changes. These are all the different phases of the changes that we're going through here, right? Taking our path. Again, this is very detailed. It's like a pelvic bone. This is like a pelvic bone. Right, so it's about learning how to use that root chakra for us, speaking our truth, doing it with an open heart chakra, taking our spiritual path, and seeing there's all these dead animals, and it's like all of the versions of our old self as we're moving into this new spiritual energy, is really how I feel it. Man, I have been feeling this shift for the last couple of months. And so it's been a really big shift for us earth babies, because we are grounded, right? And Mother Earth has just put us all on a timeout. And so we're all like, stopped, right? In that energy. Learning how to heal ourselves, right? Prepare ourselves, make those forward movements that we need to make for our future, right? Okay. Yeah, see, because then we have the Knight of Cups. This is coming out. Knights are movement, right? So we have the Knight of Cups coming out, making movement in our emotions, right? We've got everything set. Yeah, following through in this transformation. This is our abundance. This is gold. So our emotions are gold, right? And here we're coming out in our emotions, because now we've got our thoughts in order. We've gone through our transformation, which allows us movement, being able to come out in movement, speaking our truth in our emotions. Let's see, let's do one more here. This one. 10 of Swords. Yes, see? Because now we've closed out a cycle. We've closed out that old cycle, right? Of all the past, the hurt, the bullshit, right? Because that's what this was. This was us releasing mentally, releasing all the hurt, the drama, the BS of taking this journey, right? Of releasing all the things that no longer serve us, that are not for our higher good as we're evolving here, right? Stepping into our journey, stepping into power with an open heart chakra, right? So that puts us in our completion this week of the 10 of Swords, right? Of not speaking our truth. Right? Of all that root chakra energy, that volatile energy, that's what we were getting rid of. That's what we were getting rid of so we could have that open heart chakra to come out and speak about our journey. Nice. Okay, so let's get our story here. So this week's beginning energy, beautiful souls, we are in our mental space, in the Page of Swords, right? Getting rid of all of this past bullshit energy, opening that heart chakra as we're going through this awakening, our alignment, our evolution, right? Because then that gives us movement. Then we come out in that open heart chakra because we've already gotten rid of all the old shadow shit, all the old work that needed to be done, all the old feelings, emotions, right? We got out of that, right, in our root chakra, which allows us movement to be able to come out, speak our truth, and chase our abundance, right? Because we have that allows us to close out a Ten of Swords cycle of being stabbed in the back, right? Feeling hurt and the pain and the emotional resentment of taking this journey, right? So I think that's really, really good for us because that's really where we needed to put our headspace, right? So we could continue to move on. So let's go with, actually first, before we do that, let's get our power animal and see where our power animal is this week for the Taurus, the Virgos, and the Capricorn energy. The bee will remind you of your true being. Again, so the bee, we know the bees have purpose. They have cause, right? And so in order to come out in the bee, again, that's why we are mentally going through this awakening and preparing ourselves, being focused, getting rid of energies that is not allowing us to open our heart chakra, right? Because we have to have that emotional commitment coming out in the Knight of Swords, right? So this is just reminding us that the bee, there is a purpose, right? The bees pollinate, there is a purpose, and they transfer and go. So to me, this is like receiving that information and giving the information to the collectives, right? Because we need this information to keep going on our journey, right? So we can understand the energy that we're feeling as we're coming out of the dark night of the soul, shadow side energy, right? We understand that we now have a purpose. There is a purpose for us, and we understand that now. So it's about coming out in that energy and really seeing what the purpose is. I think we're going to go with the Witch's Tarot is what I'm being called to for the story for the Taurus, the Virgo, and Capricorn. For the weekly energies for the Earth babies this week, what do we have in our arsenal here of emotion? What is the story this week for the energies? Oh my goodness, this is a book. All right, so yeah, so we're starting out in new beginnings, again, keeping ourselves grounded. We have the green man here, again, keeping ourselves grounded, having fun, and I dance. I dance to everything. I listen to music. I'm always dancing, and again, there's this little jester here who is playing music, and they're dancing, right? So this is about that celebration of starting your new beginning, Earth babies, because you found your purpose. So this week is about finding your purpose. Yes. So getting out of the dark night of the soul energy, right? This is about taking your journey, blindly walking your journey. But again, use your vigilance because there are traps, right? The universe always sends the decoy in to see if you learned your lessons, right? So again, this is about making sure that you're following your intuition, right? Blindly walking your journey, but also doing it using your discernment, because you are focused on getting to where you need to be, right? Because there's a bear energy coming up behind him, right? See, and it's dark. He's setting a trap, and here's the bear coming up behind him. So again, you know, just use your discernment this week, because we are going through our new beginnings, right? We're taking that nurturing journey, our purpose. We're stepping into where we need to be in our energy. Yeah, see, with the Hermit, we have the Holy King, right? It's taking the journey, lighting our way, keeping ourselves grounded, right? Blindly walking our journey, but using our intuition to get us where we need to be. Because, see, again, both of these are about dealing with lighting up the darkness, right? Bringing light into the darkness, into the situation. Lighting up the areas of our journey that we need to focus on, right? Because that's what puts us into the Chariot, right? Our spiritual journey. Then we have back here, there's, see, and to me, there's there's that energy that's behind him again, and see, and there's this bird that's behind. So again, it's really feeling out that journey. Keep your, like, you have to look over your back. I'm like, all right. So, you know, just shining a light in the darkness, right? Being the light, then that puts us in the Chariot, right? Which is like the Knight of Cups, making movement. So what are we making movement to? Then we have a King of Cups here. There's that bee. There's that bee. The bee will remind you of your true being. Okay, so your purpose. So there's, again, being focused on your purpose. There's a lot of bees here. Actually, there's a couple of bees. They're all just kind of flying around. So this King of Cups energy, again, this is having that open heart chakra, right? This energy is being focused on your emotions and your purpose, right? Feasting, harvesting in your abundance with the horned god. And so we have lots of crows above his head. There's a crow speaking in his ear. Right? Being focused, keeping yourself grounded. See, there's that bear that was hiding in the shadows again, too. So is this coming out of hibernation? So this could be coming out of hibernation for the earth babies. That's why we're making movement. In open heart chakra here. Right? Again, getting out of your head. Earth babies, we tend to be mental. We think a lot. So it's about getting out of your head. And again, there's, so crow, that's crow. Crow energy, speaking your truth. Speaking your truth as you come out of this energy. Right, Two of Pentacles, because here we are balancing out our nurturing, being nurturing to ourselves, balancing out our energy, right? And this is kind of how it is today for us here. Just kind of overcast, a little cloudy. We have the sun that comes out a little bit. So again, you know, it's really balancing out that energy that we keep getting, right? It's like learning how to stay out of our head so we can keep traveling. because then we have the Two of Chalices here again. This is being in your emotions, opening up that heart chakra, because that's where we needed to be. And then we made movement and we closed out the old cycle of not speaking our truth. So, because we have found our purpose, that just totally put us on journey, right? So it's saying it's time to harvest, right? Keep yourself grounded and make sure that you are drinking lemon water for detoxing beautiful earth babies, and fruits and vegetables in our diet to keep ourselves grounded. It's definitely a good manifesting week for us with that root chakra energy. Because again, then we have the seven of cups again. So it's really about being in our emotions and manifesting, right? Manifesting with an open heart chakra. She's in green, right? And there's a butterfly, transformation of her emotions. And then we have the King of Pentacles energy. So we have open heart chakra and keeping yourself nurtured and grounded, right? See how he's nurturing his pentacle like it's the most precious thing to him. So it's keeping yourself balanced in those emotions from the inside out, right? With open heart chakra, because that's how we manifest, is when we have open heart chakra. Let's see what the overall ending energy for this is, and then I'm going to clarify a couple of these here. Because we have moving to safer, calmer emotions, right? Calmer waters, getting out of all this dead energy that's back here. Everything is all burnt and scorched and dead, right? And here's the emotions, and everything is lush and beautiful and growing flowers. And there's a place to dock up, right? So again, here's that movement. And the Knight of Cups. Bam! Nice. Alright, so I do want to clarify. Let's go with the Steampunk Tarot. I do want to clarify the nature using your discernment, and we have with the High Priestess. So using your discernment is, again, following that intuition and following straight on your journey, right? That's what just using your discernment is. Where are you taking your journey? Are you taking the time out to feel your journey, to manifest your journey where you want it to go, right? Alright, so let's do the Horned God. Let's get some clarification on that energy. See, I felt like this was a King of Wands energy, because that's how I felt that energy with the Horned God. And so to clarify, that energy is the Page of Wands. This is swords down, but again, this is a page. So this is taking time out to feel those fires, that passion, that creative desire, to put yourself together in alignment. To step into path, because you're making the movement. Manifesting your abundance, your harvest. in your emotions, that open heart chakra. What is this Nine of Swords? Let's clarify that. What are we in our heads about? Nine of Swords, clarification. What are we not speaking our truth about? Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. So again, so now we have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So we're closing out a old cycle. For a new cycle. So that's why we're not speaking our truth. Okay, so we're not speaking our truth. So that was the Nine of Swords. And again, another Two of Pentacles. So we have the Two of Pentacles. This is part of our abundance, part of our, yeah, see, and then we have the Empress. Root chakra energy, manifesting, because it's time for us to be out of root chakra energy, and that's what this one is here too. It's about being out of root chakra energy and moving in to your relationship, your home, right? Your body is your home. In love, right? Open heart chakra. So it's about using that root chakra energy to manifest your new beginnings. There's that Fool's Journey again. So when we're in Empress or Emperor energy loves, we manifest with that. That's what takes us to wish granted. I'm closing out a major old cycle and starting a new cycle of abundance. An abundance for an earth baby. That could be us nurturing. Yeah, see, because then we come out in our 2330. We come out in our Queen of Swords energy. Again, this was all, there's closing out the lack of not speaking your truth, right? Because then we had the Ten of Swords, closing out that cycle of not speaking. Now we are speaking. And that's what puts us in wish granted with our purpose. Now I am not taking all that. Because then we have the Lovers here. Opening that heart chakra again, it's about, that's yeah. Opening that heart chakra, allowing yourself to love seeing what love is, understanding how to open that heart chakra, right? It's equal give and take. You can't be only a giver and not a receiver, and only a receiver and not a giver, right? Right. Because then that's why we have, because now you're focused, right? You're focused on your abundance, on your nurturing, on your journey, on your spirituality, right? Because then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. And again, we have the breaking ties that bind, breaking old stagnant energy of not being able to move forward. Right? Of not being somebody's puppet on a string, right? Making your own journey. Yeah, see? Because then that gives us fast, sudden movement, right? All of our chakras are aligned. Each one of these little wands here that are out are all different colors, the colors of the chakra. So then that is making fast, sudden movement because we're in alignment. And we cut whatever negative energies that kept us from moving forward. See, with the Knight of Wands, so this is, gosh, most of these cards are just repeating themselves. So then we have the Knight of Wands, right? Coming out, speaking our truth, following our creative passions, fires, our desires, our zest for life, right? Because then we have the Page of Swords. You know, this is not speaking your truth. Again, so there's Page of Swords energy here. Yeah, because then we have the Knight of Swords. Again, this is coming out, speaking your truth. With the Six of Cups, reminiscing, clarity. Yeah. So really what we have for us this week, Earth babies, we're closing out quite a few massive energies for us, for sure. We're closing out a stagnant, not speaking our truth, Ten of Pentacles, coming out with open heart chakra, full emotion, and right, really opening that heart chakra, getting rid of all these past energies that we've been carrying around, right? Because then we have our purpose. Following our intuition, right? Again, opening that heart chakra. Page of Swords again. Not speaking your truth, right? Those are all the ones that we're closing out. Ten of Pentacles, a lack of nurturing, a lack of feeling abundant. Harvesting your new beginnings. Coming out, taking that journey, getting out of dark side with the Hermit. Being nurturing to yourself. Here we are in our energy, King of Pentacles, being nurturing to ourselves, right? Because we're closing out a massive cycle. This is closing out karmic cycles and starting anew, right? In our King of Cups energy, right, of purpose. Wheel of Fortune, wish granted. So again, we are, you know, just be just be patient with yourself, Earth babies, this week. We are closing out, you know, quite a few emotional baggages that we don't want to carry forward into our new beginnings. We really want to start our new journey with open heart chakra, right? Seeing the beauty, the abundance, being present in our life and in our emotions on where we are now. So, so much love and so big peace, you guys. I will check in with you guys next week, but I really feel like we are doing a lot of work. We're focused on really trying to put ourselves in a beautiful place, right? To start over in the emotions for this week, right? It's about falling in line, taking your journey, making the movement, speaking your truth, being open, honest, and authentic, right? So much peace and so big love. I'll see you soon.